This is your process management in Linux. Okay, so in this class today we'll be discussing regarding the process management. Okay, prior to this class we have discussed regarding the directory structure, okay, features of Linux and permission settings, how you are going to set different permissions and all. Okay, those who have just joined, you can see your classroom. Okay, so I am sitting in your classroom today. So I am showing your classroom via online. Okay, when the college will resume, you can be there in this room. Okay, so this is classroom. Okay, classroom is very nice. If you come there, then you will enjoy. Okay, nice. I'm sharing the screen. Please confirm whether it is visible or not. Are you getting my screen, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll stop my video, no problem. Okay, so today we'll start with the process. So what is a process? Say whenever you are going to execute anything in a computer. Okay, suppose you are executing a program of addition of two different number in programming. Okay, or you just click on opening of your word processor, MS Word. Okay, or suppose you want to listening to a music or anything. Okay, so in that case one process is generated in the memory. Okay, so you can confirm the, or you can define a process is something like that. Process is a program in execution. Okay, যেতিয়া তোমাৰ এটা program থাকিব, when you run the program then it became the process. Okay, so see these sets of lectures are important. So likewise I have told you from the permission you will get 15 to 20 mark in your examination, right? So same sets of mark you can expect from this chapter also. 10 to 15 mark will be covered from this lecture series, okay, of the process. From the process you will find 10 to 15 mark. Once you complete the discussion I will share this note with you. Okay, so now no need to writing the notes and all. I will hand it over this note to you. Okay, please concentrate on the class now. Okay, so what you can say, a process is basically a program in execution. Okay, that means see right now I am executing the Adobe Acrobat PDF reader, okay, or the Acrobat reader, right? So this is a process. So if you are going to run Control Alt Delete in Windows, if you run the Task Manager, okay, if you run the Task Manager, here you will find all the different processes. See right now these four programs are running. Okay, so see whenever you go to the computer you will find there are two different type of processes. One process is called the background process and one process is called what, the foreground process. Okay, those process which is generated by the user by double clicking, pressing enter and all different aspects are known as what, the foreground process. Okay, right now these four process, MS Word, Google Chrome, okay, Cisco WebEx meeting and the Adobe Acrobat Reader. So these all are the process or the program which is run by me. Okay, that's why these all are the foreground process. Okay, so apart from these we may have different other processes. Okay, see in the apps how many are there? One, two, three, four. This is the foreground process. And whenever you come to the background process you see lots of other processes are running, okay, behind the scene at the computer. Okay, see these all are the background process. Okay, so without the instruction of the user this process execute automatically. Okay, it is something like that. Suppose you are walking or you are talking, right? So this is your foreground process, but you are breathing, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, your brain is working somewhere. Okay, your ear is listening something. Okay, if some what a hot substance come to your touch then your skin will give some signal. Okay, you are burning. So these all are the background process. Okay, so without the knowledge of the human being all these processes are running in your system. Okay, so likewise, see, altogether 92 background process and only 5 foreground processes. Okay, now what process taking what different things you can see from there. See this process altogether they are using the 21% of CPU, 54% of memory, okay, 2% of hard disk and 1% of networking. Okay, likewise the GPU, graphic processing unit, provided by the NVIDIA. Okay, so likewise, so, are you getting some idea regarding process, everyone? Please let me know. Are you getting some idea regarding process, everyone? Are you there all? Okay. So this is about the process. So in short, you can tell any program when it executing. Okay, it is called what the process. So there are two different type of process. One is foreground process and one is the background process. What is meant by foreground process? The process which is initiated by the user. Okay, is called the foreground. And what is background? That means what? Without the intervention of the user, okay, operating system automatically runs some processes, and these processes are called what? The background process. Okay, in short, this is. And how to check for the process in MS with this Windows? You have to go for the Control, Alter, and the Delete. Okay, then you will find the task manager. When you click at this task manager, you will find this window. So from there you will know all about this. So go to the detail, then you will find more information regarding the processes. See कितना सारा process इसमें run हो रहा है. Okay, see how many different processes are run behind the scene. Altogether 92. ठीक है, ये जो हमको सारे चीज मिल रहे हैं ना, by only because of these background processes, all these facilities are available to us. Okay, it is something like this: if our brain is not working, if our heart is not working, we cannot be able to talk. Okay, we cannot be able to sense anything, or we cannot be able to see anything. Okay, for see these process, these what the processes are the background process which is running, okay, without the knowledge of us. Okay, this one. Rest of other, suppose you are walking, you are running, okay, talking to your friend over telephone, so these all are the foreground processes. Okay, let me in these two student. Okay, so let us go. A process is basically a program in execution. The execution of a process must progresses, okay, in a sequential fashion. ओके, सो हर एक चीज का कुछ एक सीक्वेंस होता है. जैसे कि देखो, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू आर एट द व्हाट द प्री स्कूल, देन यू कम टू द क्लास 1, okay, then you come to class 2, likewise you pass your HSLC, then you pass your HS, then you come to the university or the colleges. Okay, so everything has some sequences. Okay, so in the same way, so this sequence is called what? The life cycle. Okay, if you see one human being life cycle, first of all he will born, then he will come to the kid, then he come to the adult, then gradually he become old and die someday. Okay, so this is the life cycle of an human being. Or in the same way, every process in the memory must be possessed with some sort of the life cycle. Okay, we will discuss all these things in detail. Okay, so we'll go for the process life cycle. That means from the time one process is generated in the memory, okay, it will execute its function and come to the closure. So all these things is known as what? The process life cycle. Okay, so this one, see, when a process executes, it passes through different states. Okay, these stages may differ in different operating system, and the name of these states are also not स्टैंडर्डाइज दैट मीन्स जितना ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम बोलोगे हर एक ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम का अपना नोमेनक्लेचर है, ठीक है। किसी में इसको स्टार्ट बोलेगा, किसी में इसको बॉर्न बोलेगा, ठीक है। किसी में इसको रीड बोला जाएगा और किसी में इसको से सपोज अनदर नेम, सो इन दिस वे। सो these all are the states of any process life cycle, okay, but in general all the process passes through 5 different states, okay. What are the states? First of all, start, then ready, then running, okay, after that waiting, and last it called what? The terminated. Okay, just before going to the note, let's have a look at this diagram. Okay, how one process background what was started in the memory. Okay, so suppose you are double clicking on any of the application. Okay, if I go to the desktop and if I suppose click on this icon, okay, Govind Sora is arrived. Suppose I have clicked on this icon, this the permission in Linux or anything. Okay, suppose Opera browser, this what a uTorrent downloader, Oracle VirtualBox. So okay, so whenever I click on this, the process is at the start state. Okay, अभी तक ये खाली जनरेट हुआ है, ठीक है। इन द मेमोरी द एक्जिस्टेंस ऑफ दिस प्रोसेस इज जस्ट अवेलेबल, ओके, स्टिल नॉट, अब अभी तक इसका काम स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ। इट इज समथिंग लाइक दैट, ओके। सपोज वन चाइल्ड हैज जस्ट बॉर्न, ठीक है, वो कुछ काम अभी कर नहीं रहा है, ठीक है। ग्रेजुअली फ्रॉम द स्टार्ट और द बॉर्न स्टेट इट विल गो टू द रेडी स्टेट, ठीक है। तो मीन्स क्या है बोलो, एक प्रोसेस को रन करने के लिए जितना मेमोरी स्पेस चाहिए, ठीक है, जो सपोज आई एम गोइंग टू राइट से लिसनिंग टू वन म्यूजिक, ठीक है। When I click at this, suppose one song 1.mp3, when I open this song 1.mp3, okay, the song 1.mp3 process is just started in the memory, okay. Then it's searching for all different aspects for the sound to become, it will searching for the sound box or the woofer, okay, it will searching for the woofer, then one application through which it is going to be running. So once, so this phase is called what? The collection of all the necessary component to run the process, okay, and this state is called what? The ready, okay. पहले क्या होगा बोलो, start, then it will go to the ready state, okay. After it passes to the through the ready state, okay, it will be in a running state, okay. From the ready it will go to the run. Suppose you are going to a bike racing or a car racing, okay, तो इसमें क्या होगा बोलो, first of all you will enter your name, start, okay, then you will go come to home and collect all the necessary things, suppose one bike, good quality helmet, okay, food, uniform and all, okay. This is the ready. Once everything is ready, then you go for the racing running state, okay. Now you find that in between, okay, your bike has come with the low fuel कम हो गया, ठीक है, तो you cannot go on, ठीक है। तो क्या करना पड़ेगा, till that you will find the new fuel tank or the new fuel station, you have to wait for some time, okay. Once everything is ready, then again you come to the ready state, then again go to the running state, okay. And last, this phase will be continuing as long as the process want, okay, and after that it will go to the termination state, okay. That means you have reached your destination or the cross mark, that means you have reached your termination point, okay. So this is the stage of your process from the starting, okay. How many of you have seen the Formula 1 race? How many of you have seen? बोलो, कार रेसिंग देखता है कि नहीं, जो टीवी में आते हैं, okay. Any other than Dulal? Is there anyone who has seen this car racing and all? Deepak, okay. Deepak and Dulal, can you tell me in the car racing क्या होता है बोलो। Formula 1 कार जब चलता है तो बीच में क्या होता है, ये लोग रुक के टायर ये सब चेंज करता है कि नहीं, Yes or not? Tire सब sense करता है कि नहीं? And these, yeah, okay. And these all things are at a waiting state. See, whenever, yeah, refill भी करते हैं ना, जब ये लोग refilling में जाते हैं तो running में तो नहीं रहते हैं, तो ये लोग क्या करेगा? They are in the waiting state. देखो, पहले जब रेस स्टार्ट होता है ना, एक एक करके गाड़ी रेसिंग ट्रैक में घुसता है, ठीक है? देन ये सब क्या करते हैं बोलो? स्टार्टिंग लाइन में लाइन अप करते हैं. Okay, when some signals will come, it will go to the running state. Okay, and in between, in some after some lap, it suppose the racing is of 7 lap. Okay, after 3-4 lap, it will again wait for some changes, tire change, okay, fueling and all these different thing. Okay, then after that, it will go to the termination state. Okay, it is something like that. Okay, in the process also it is working in the same way. Okay, now let's take one example from your C programming. Okay, suppose you have the write one program to add two number. Okay, so when you click at the control plus F9, the program will go to the start state. Okay, then it will display one message, enter the first number. Okay, ready state. You are giving the first number, go to the running state. Okay, now instead of displaying the summation of these two number, again it will wait for the second number to come, wait state. Again it go to the ready state and take the second number, and at last it will display you the summation. Okay, so in this way the addition of two number program will execute, okay, using the process life cycles. Now let us see the definitions, what they are telling. Okay, first state is what? The start. This is the initial state when a process is first started or created. Just started, ठीक है? अभी तक इसका execution start नहीं हुआ. Next one is what? The ready state. The process is waiting to be assigned to the processors. Okay, ready processes are waiting to have the processor allocated to them by the operating system. Okay, so these all are some of the higher concept. You will be learning all this concept in the operating system paper. Okay, मैं इतना deep लेके नहीं जाऊंगा तुम लोगों को. Okay, नहीं तो तुम लोग समझने में थोड़ा दिक्कत हो जाएगा. When you will come to the operating system class, maybe in the next semester you will learn all these things very properly. ओके, किस तरह से सीपीयू ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम सीपीयू को प्रोवाइड करते हैं प्रोसेसेस को. ठीक है, नाउ फॉर द टाइम बीइंग इतना डेप्थ में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है, ओनली यू हैव टू नो ऑल दिस थिंग्स. दैट मींस द प्रोसेस इज वेटिंग टू बी असाइंड टू ए प्रोसेसर. ठीक है, देखो, एज लॉन्ग एज द प्रोसेस डज नॉट फाइंड द प्रोसेसर, इट विल नॉट एग्जीक्यूट एनीथिंग. ओके, अगर प्रोसेस को या और एक प्रोग्राम को प्रोसेसर मिलेगा तो ही इसका प्रोसेसिंग स्टार्ट होगा. ठीक है, बीच बीच में क्या होगा बोलो? डाटा को ढूंढ के मैं मतलब ढूंढने के लिए वो कहाँ पे आएगा? मेन मेमोरी में आएगा, हार्ड डिस्क में जाएगा. ठीक है, सो दीज ऑल स्टेट्स आर कॉल्ड व्हाट? अ वेटिंग स्टेट. ओके, सो योर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम टीचर विल से यू ऑल दिस थिंग्स. ओके, so ready process are waiting to have the processor allocated to them by the operating system so that they can run. Processes may come into this state after start state or while running it by, okay, but interrupted by the scheduler. इतना नहीं चाहिए, up to this part लिखो, this is enough. रेडी से लेके पूरा ईयर तक देख लो, दिस इज एनफ. इसमें ये सब में नहीं जाना है. ठीक है, सो यू विल कम टू नो अबाउट दिस थिंग्स इन द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम पेपर. ठीक है, अप टू दिस पॉइंट दिस इज एनफ फॉर यू. द प्रोसेस से लेके कैन रन तक. नेक्स्ट वन इज रनिंग. रनिंग क्या होगा बोलो? एक प्रोसेस मैंने स्टार्ट किया, इसको जो कंपोनेंट चाहिए था सब कुछ मिल गया. ठीक है, ग्रीन सिग्नल भी मिल गया. नाउ आई विल गो टू द रनिंग स्टेट. ठीक है, दिस वन, वंस द प्रोसेस हैज बीन असाइन्ड टू ए प्रोसेसर बाय द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम शेड्यूलर. ओके, एक बहुत बड़ा कॉन्सेप्ट है, वेस्ट में एक तुम्हारा शेड्यूलर रहेगा. ठीक है, जो हर एक प्रोसेस को डायरेक्ट करता है. ठीक है, कौन सा प्रोसेस अभी प्रोसेसिंग के लिए जाएगा. ओके, सो दिस इज वंस द प्रोसेस हैज बीन असाइन्ड टू ए प्रोसेसर बाय द OS scheduler. Okay, the process state is set to running and the processor execute the instructions. Okay, actually running is the main body of the process. ठीक है, जहां पे सारा एग्जीक्यूशन का काम यहाँ पे तुम्हारा स्टार्ट होता है, ठीक है। एंड इन बिटवीन इफ द प्रोसेस नीड सम एक्स्ट्रा थिंग्स, okay, just like some memory space, hard disk space, another piece of hardware, okay, so it will wait till the hardware is not available, ठीक है। इट इज समथिंग लाइक दैट, अगर तो सपोज तुमने एक दोस्त को फोन किया, ठीक है, व्हेन यू कॉल योर फ्रेंड देन इट इज डिपेंड अपॉन द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ द फ्रेंड, अगर फ्रेंड अवेलेबल है देन इंस्टेंटली यू विल बी कनेक्टिंग और रनिंग, ठीक है। अगर योर फ्रेंड इज ऑलरेडी एंगेज विद समवन एल्स, यू हैव टू वेट फॉर सम टाइम, ठीक है। दिस इज वेट, दैट मीन्स क्या है बोलो, तुम कब स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं बोलो, व्हेन यू फाइंड all the necessary things, ठीक है। if you all the necessary things is not available with you, you cannot go for the running, okay, you will be waiting for some time, okay। processes moves into the waiting state if it need to wait for a resources. Resources means what? The hardware, always remember, okay. Suppose I have given one print in instruction, okay, I want to take the printout of the document, right now my it is depend upon whether the printer is free or not, okay. If someone else is already doing some printout at that moment, then my instruction will wait for some time, ओके। मेरा क्या होगा बोलो, मेरा प्रिंटिंग प्रोसेस थोड़ा देर वेट करेगा, आफ्टर ही और सी में कंप्लीट माय प्रिंटिंग विल बी स्टार्टेड, okay. So this one, so in computer science, resource means the any sets of hardware, it may be printer, CPU, RAM and all, okay, such as waiting for user input, keyboard, okay, keyboard या mouse input तक wait कर रहा है, और waiting for a file to become available, file कहाँ पे रहेगा बोलो, hardware, okay। मैंने क्या बोला था, every piece of hardware in a computer is known as what the resources, okay, it may be printer, CPU, file, keyboard, mouse, anything, okay। And after that सब कुछ हो गया, once the process finishes is execution, suppose तुमने क्या दिया था बोलो, you need to display the summation of two number, okay, display हो गया, after that the process will come to the end and this state is known as what, the termination state, okay। once the process is finished its execution or it is terminated by the operating system, it is moved to the terminated state where it wait to be removed from the main memory, ठीक है। दैट मीन्स व्हाट, एक प्रोसेस एग्जीक्यूट होने के बाद मेन मेमोरीज को रिलीज कर देते हैं, व्हाई, बिकॉज सपोज यू हैव ओनली 1 GB और 8 GB ऑफ रैम, राइट नाउ अगर तुमने जो काम अभी अभी किया, अगर इसको फ्लैश आउट नहीं करोगे देन हाउ न्यू प्रोसेस विल कम टू द मेमोरी, ओके, नहीं होगा। तो इसके लिए हम क्या करते हैं बोलो, एंड्रॉइड फोन में जब तुम लोग कुछ काम करते हैं ना, बीच बीच में हम इसको देखो, एक तुम्हारा बटन रहता है ना नीचे में, इसको क्लिक करने से सारे विंडोज दिखाई देते हैं, एंड वी आर गोइंग टू क्लियर इट ऑल, क्रॉस को प्रेस कर करके हम इसको क्लियर करते हैं, ठीक है। दैट मीन्स जितना मेरा काम था हो गया, नाउ प्लीज रिलीज द मेमोरी सो दैट माय माय फोन गेट एक्स्ट्रा स्पेस फॉर एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ द अदर प्रोग्राम, ओके। तुम लोग करता है कि नहीं बोलो। एट सम टाइम जो 3 लाइन आते हैं ना, इसको प्रेस करके क्रॉस पे क्रॉस पे मीन्स व्हाट, you click on the cross button to clear all the processes, करता है कि नहीं बोलो। Are you there? ओके, सो कौन सा बटन मैंने बोला, ये बोला, ठीक है, SMART, स्मार्टफोन इमेज, देखो ये तुम्हारा फोन है ना, बीच बीच में हम क्या करते हैं इसको, देखो ये वाला है कि नहीं, इसमें इंटरनेट इज वेरी स्लो यार,
Voice is breaking.
yes, internet is not stable here actually, it's just a hilly area na, so internet is not stable here. Now is it audible right now? Am I audible, everyone?
So your voice is breaking.
What to do now? अच्छा अभी आ रहा है क्या? Am I audible now? Okay then. Okay, please confirm what about others. Now am I audible now? Okay. So this is regarding the process and its life cycle. Okay. So if someone asks you, then you must say, okay, what is process? Process is nothing but a program in execution. Okay. जब भी कोई एक हम किसी भी एक प्रोग्राम को एग्जीक्यूट करना है, then we will be passing it through some steps. Okay, and the entire set is called what the process execution life cycle. Okay, तो इसमें क्या क्या रहेगा बोलो? लाइफ साइकिल में फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू विल फाइंड द स्टार्ट स्टेट, then you will find a ready state, then you find a running state, then you find a waiting state, then you find the termination state. Okay, so these all are the states of a process. Okay, next we will learn about the process in terms of your Unix or the Unix based or the Linux operating system. ठीक है, तो आज ये स्टार्ट नहीं करेगा. ठीक है, सो आई विल नॉट ओवरलोड you with the things, okay, because these all are the new things to you. Okay, so I will be continuing with this topic in the next class. Okay, tomorrow we will be continuing with the processes in the Unix. Okay, so up to this point, if anyone have any doubt, then please you can ask. Okay, from the definition of process till the process execution life cycle. Okay, ये दोनों टॉपिक में अगर किसी को कुछ डाउट है, then you can ask. No doubt. Okay, please let me know what to do. Can we continue or stop here?
Here.
কি কৰো কোৱা? তাৰিফা কি ক'লা কোৱা? কণ্টিনিউ কৰিম নে ইয়াতে ইয়াতে ৰখিম? কি কৰিম কোৱা? Devasis continue. And what about others?
Continue.
হা হা? Okay, I'll continue. Yeah. So this is the process. Now let's go towards the process in Unix based operating system or the Linux. Okay. So whenever you use a command in Unix, okay, देखो, whenever we open, say suppose Ubuntu. Okay. So when I come to the Ubuntu and execute any command, okay, suppose I am executing the pwd command. Okay, so this, when this command is executing, actually behind the scene one process has run there. Okay, this is, so whenever you issue a command in Unix, it creates or start a new process. Okay, when you tried out the ls command to release the directory content, you started a process, or in any, not the ls, okay, whatever command you are using or running in the Unix, all they are initiating some processes. Okay, processes. So a process in simple terms is an instance of a running program. Okay, so this is a very high funda technical definition, so no need to concentrate on this. Okay, इसको देखना नहीं है, just skip this line, instance and all. So these terms are very much confusing all the time. So okay, so ऐसा मत देखो, इस तरह से देखो, देखिए, a process in a simple term is a representative. ठीक है, instance मत समझो, is an representative of a running program. Okay, the operating system tracks processes through a 5-digit ID. Okay, this is not necessarily 5 digit. Okay, based on the availability, ये तुम्हारा अलग भी हो सकता है. The operating system track processes through a ID. ठीक है, इसको भी skip करो. दैट मीन्स देखो, जितना हमने फाइल बनाया था, ठीक है, लास्ट टू लास्ट क्लास वी हैव सीन दैट whatever file we are creating in the Unix, all these files are assigned with some inode number. Okay, in the same way, whenever you are initiating any process in the computer memory, then it is assigned with a ID. Okay, and this is called what? The PID or the process ID. Okay, this is important, this line is very much important. So in the question, in the exam, you'll find the question like this: the operating system tracks processes through a ID number known as dash. Okay, program ID, QID, PID. In this way you will find the options. You have to give the correct option, which is nothing but the PID or the process ID. Each processes in the system has a unique process ID. ठीक है, देखो, जिस तरह से जितना फाइल तुम लोग क्रिएट करोगे, सबके लिए अलग अलग आइनोड नंबर था, राइट. इन द सेम वे, जितना तुम लोग क्या करोगे, बोलो, प्रोसेस क्रिएट करोगे इन द मेमोरी, फॉर ऑल द प्रोसेसेस देयर शुड बी सम यूनिक प्रोसेस आईडी. ठीक है, दैट मीन्स नो same process ID can represent two different process. Okay, there is some command through which you can see the detail about your process IDs. Okay, PIDs eventually repeat because all the possible numbers are used up and the next PID rolls or start over. इतना जरूरी नहीं है, just skip these paragraphs. Okay, ऐसा पैराग्राफ से क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा और इसमें जानने के लिए भी इतना कुछ भी नहीं है. ठीक है, ओनली whenever से लेके PID तक जानने से हो जाएगा. ठीक है, you will find no knowledge and as well as the question from this point. Okay, this one. Now starting a process. Okay, let us go for some practical session. Okay, so whenever you suppose put ps command, okay, to see the running process in the system right now, always we are using the ps command, ps. Okay, you will find these two. Okay, command is already running. One is what the name of the command is what the this one, tty1 and tty2. Okay, and this, see, the PID is 9 and the PID is 22. So these are the two different process ID, okay, of these two different processes. Okay, if you want to know more about this process, then you can go for PS minus F. If you put there, then you will find all these things. So user ID, that means कौन सा user इस process को create किया. Okay, just assume तुम क्या किया बोलो, कॉलेज का नेटवर्क से कुछ एक फिल्म डाउनलोड किया, ठीक है, बाय योर यूजर अकाउंट. सो इफ आई रन दिस प्रोसेस, तो ये सब कुछ मेरे पास आ जाएगा. कौन बनाया? कंदर्प बनाया, ठीक है. क्या किया था बोलो, इतना नंबर प्रोसेस को जनरेट किया, ठीक है. इसका पेरेंट प्रोसेस आईडी क्या था? 8. ये सब इंटरनल रिकॉर्ड है फॉर द वेरिफिकेशन. नेक्स्ट वन इज एस टाइम, कितने बजे में स्टार्ट किया था ये, ठीक है. कौन सा टर्मिनल से किया था? TTY1 से किया था. कितना टाइम चला था? 0 टाइम 0 सेकेंड चला था. देखो, सो आजकल जो साइबर क्राइम में ये सब जो ट्रैक करते हैं ना, सो यूजिंग ऑल दिस कमांड्स दे आर ट्रैकिंग ऑल दिस डिटेल, ठीक है. कौन सा प्रोसेस कितने बजे में स्टार्ट किया, सब कुछ, ठीक है. अगर किसी को कोई एक्सटॉर्शन के लिए बोला, ठीक है, प्लीज गिव मी दिस मच ऑफ अमाउंट, अदरवाइज आई विल किल समवन ऑफ योर रिलेटिव्स, राइट. सो ये जो मैसेज था ना, ये मैसेज देने के लिए क्या कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर यूज करना पड़ेगा, ये सुनो. ये सॉफ्टवेयर कौन सा टाइम में, कौन सा लोकेशन में कौन यूज किया था, टू द पॉइंट उस जगह तक आ जाएगा पुलिस, ठीक है, यूजिंग द कंप्यूटर्स. ओके, दैट मीन्स कंप्यूटर में कुछ भी पॉसिबल नहीं है उल्टा पुल्टा करना, ठीक है. सपोज पुलिस नीड माई इंफॉर्मेशन, तो सिंपली इफ कॉन्फिग, ये कमांड को रन करो, इनमें से मिल जाएगा, ठीक है, मेरा IP डिटेल. दैट मीन्स आई विल शो यू. देखो ये वाला 192.168.56.1 इस IP से एक प्रोसेस स्टार्ट हुआ. वो प्रोसेस का ID क्या था बोला, 9. कितने बजे हुआ था? 9. अगर ये इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगा तो मुझे ट्रैक कर पाएगा कि नहीं, अभी बोलो. समझ में आ रहा है ना मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं, ठीक है. अगर साइबर क्राइम वालों को इतना इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाते हैं ना, इट मीन्स इस IP से जनरेट किया गया ये एक प्रोसेस कौन सा यूजर ने किया था, कंदर्प ने किया था, तो मुझे ट्रैक कर पाएगा कि नहीं. Okay, so likewise you all are under the surveillance of everything. Okay, तो कुछ भी करो but you are not safe. Okay, इसका भी तोड़ है. Does anyone know how to bypass all this what this security concern? Anyone know how to bypass the internet surveillance?
Using the VPN.
Yes, this is the common way, right? Even I also will use the VPN. Okay, you see.
Yes, sir.
See, whenever I go for this one, see, I am using this one. So, what VPN you are using? I am using this Hula VPN. Okay, and can you name something? So, which one is best? I'll try. I am using this VPN. Okay, Speed VPN. Good. Yeah. See, being an yes, you're saying something. Okay, this is something like this. Okay, now if you can see. So now see the power of VPN. Right now this is showing what a 192.168 and all. Okay, if I on the VPN, okay, now see how dangerous is your VPN. If I run the same command, you will find that my IPs get changed. प्रियंका कोर अभी आ रहा है, देखो क्लास तो खत्म ही हो गया अभी. Okay, let's wait for some time. Let me on the VPN, then I will see. You can see that your entire IP states are modified. Okay, इतना टाइम लगा रहा है. देखो ये पूरा सेंस कर दिया ना, देखो पहले कितना था. Okay, see, Rinki, are you there ना? Rinki, are you there? Rinki or Sankalpo, are you there? Okay, am I audible? Am I audible to every one of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please
Yes, sir.
send me the attendance of this class. Okay. So this is now see I have just run the VPN. Now if I run this command, then you can see the changes. तो इसमें VPN काम नहीं कर रहा है, तो सेंस नहीं हुआ था. ठीक है. Okay, anyway, you can change your internet setting or you can bypass. So there are lots many ways are there. Okay, to bypass the internet surveillance and all. Okay, so later on whenever you go for this for the routing and all this hacking type of thing, so you will come to know about these things. Okay, so there are many ways. So this is all about your processes in general. Okay, so from the next class we will be starting with the remaining part. Okay, what are the other part left? After that I will hand it over this material to you. You can read it. Okay, so we'll stop here. If anything is there from your end to ask, then please let me know. Okay, anyone of any doubt? Any doubt, anyone? Can I end the session? Okay. Okay, we'll stop here. Okay, if anyone need this class to be repeated, okay, please let me know. I will repeat the class in the next session. Okay, thank you all for joining.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Okay.